Have you ever been driving down the highway and noticed a brand new truck gleaming in the sun, chrome shining, leather seats glistening, and thought, how can someone afford that? That truck likely costs more than the average house in your city, yet the driver probably earns less than you. It's a sight that stops you in your tracks, and it sparks a question: how are ordinary people somehow managing payments that seem mathematically impossible? This video explores the hidden mechanisms behind extreme car financing and why so many fall into these financial traps. Most people assuming these cars belong to millionaires would be wrong. The truth is that teachers, nurses, mechanics, and office employees, regular Americans, are signing up for loans with monthly payments exceeding $700 or $1,000. These aren't luxury supercars. They are everyday pickups and SUVs. The majority of buyers are normal earners who have been convinced that a shiny new truck is worth stretching their budget to the absolute limit. Understanding this system isn't just curiosity, it's crucial to protect your own finances. A decade ago, the average new car payment would have seemed extreme. Today, it's normalized, with many Americans paying over $700 monthly for a vehicle, and trucks and SUVs frequently surpassing $1,000 per month. Over a standard loan term of 6 to 8 years, these payments accumulate to over $80,000, not including insurance, fuel, or maintenance. Millions of people accept this as normal without considering the long-term financial damage, believing the monthly number is all that matters. Once, car loans were 3 to 4 years long. Now, 6, 7, or even 8-year loans are common, with some dealers offering 10-year terms. Stretching the loan reduces monthly payments, making them appear manageable, but the total cost skyrockets. A $60,000 truck could end up costing over $86,000 over 8 years. By the end, buyers often owe more than the vehicle is worth, creating negative equity and trapping them in payments long after the car's value has collapsed. 0% financing might sound like free money, but it's not. The cost of interest is usually embedded in the vehicle's price, so buyers either pay the full price with no interest or receive a discount and pay market rates. Only those who could pay cash often qualify for truly free financing. For others, interest on extended loans can be substantial, especially for imperfect credit. What seems like a bargain on the surface is often a cleverly disguised method to increase total spending without triggering immediate alarm. Another tactic buyers often use is rolling negative equity from an old vehicle into a new loan. For example, someone purchases a new car with a 6-year loan and after 3 or 4 years wants a newer model but still owes more than the car is worth. Instead of paying the difference, they add it to the new loan. This cycle repeats, creating a perpetual debt treadmill. The buyer feels like they're upgrading, but in reality, they're trapped, making payments for vehicles they no longer fully own, while accumulating interest and compounding financial stress. If you're interested in money, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you! Most people would never spend $1,200 monthly on coffee, clothing, or entertainment, yet when it comes to a vehicle, they consider it acceptable. This normalization didn't happen by accident. Decades of marketing have conditioned Americans to equate vehicles with identity, success, and social status. Trucks and SUVs aren't just transportation, they're symbols. Advertisements don't sell cars, they sell dreams, lifestyles, and belonging, making excessive payments psychologically easier to justify than they should be. Once a car becomes a symbol of identity, rational thinking is sidelined. People develop what's sometimes called automotive Stockholm syndrome. They emotionally attach to the vehicle despite financial strain. Suggest driving a reliable used car instead, and it feels like an attack on their self-worth. Emotional manipulation by manufacturers and dealers reinforces the cycle. People believe they deserve the truck, even if it consumes 25–30% of their take-home pay, ignoring long-term financial consequences in favor of immediate social validation. Monthly payments aren't the full picture. Insurance for expensive vehicles can exceed $200 per month for one car and $500 and more for households with multiple vehicles. Modern trucks and SUVs have complex systems. Repairs are costly: brakes $800 and more, transmission $5,000 and more, engine repairs $10,000 and more. Many buyers have no emergency fund, forcing them onto credit cards or additional loans. Suddenly, what seemed like a manageable monthly payment becomes a financial pressure cooker. The dream truck quietly becomes a wealth-eroding asset. Fuel is another hidden expense. Trucks averaging 15 mpg at fluctuating gas prices can cost $400 and more monthly, even for regular commuting. Occasional trips and adventures and more. When combined with insurance, maintenance, and the extended loan itself, total spending often surpasses $1,500 monthly. Over several years, the vehicle may cost over $130,000 while its resale value drops to $15,000. The real cost of ownership is hidden behind the allure of monthly affordability, masking the fact that these vehicles destroy wealth rather than build it. Every dollar spent on extreme car payments is a dollar not invested elsewhere. If someone invests the $800 monthly used for a truck in a diversified index fund earning 8% annually, they could accumulate over $70,000 in 7 years. Instead, the money evaporates into a depreciating asset. This is the unseen cost. While drivers may feel they're enjoying status or comfort, they're sacrificing long-term wealth. Opportunity cost is the silent killer in personal finance, and cars often represent the largest unnoticed drain in middle-class budgets. Lengthening car loans to 6, 7, or even 8 years lowers monthly payments, creating the illusion of affordability. For example, a $60,000 truck over 4 years might require $1,500 monthly. Stretch it to 8 years, and it drops to $900 monthly. That looks manageable, but total interest skyrockets, sometimes adding $14,000 and more to the vehicle's final cost. Buyers focus on the short-term relief of lower monthly numbers, not the long-term financial impact. The system makes buyers think they're clever, while in reality, they're paying far more for the same product. Dealerships often advertise 0% financing, making a new truck seem free to finance. But these deals aren't magic. The cost is baked into the price, trade-offs exist, and qualification is strict. Those who truly qualify are often buyers who could pay cash anyway. Others pay higher interest on extended loans, sometimes unbeknownst to them. Dealers focus on immediate affordability, not total cost of ownership. Promotions make large payments psychologically easier to accept while disguising the true expense, reinforcing the cycle of overpaying. Many buyers roll negative equity into new loans repeatedly, creating a debt spiral. Simultaneously, lifestyle creep sets in. A feeling of security at $1,200 monthly payments leads to unnecessary splurges, expensive trips, gadgets, or larger down payments on depreciating vehicles. Without discipline, the $20,000, $30,000 initial financial buffer evaporates into instant gratification. People justify these expenses emotionally, not mathematically. Wealth erosion accelerates, trapping buyers in a cycle where each upgrade worsens their long-term financial position. Car marketing isn't just about features or performance, it's about identity. Rugged trucks, sleek SUVs, and high-tech dashboards sell dreams of adventure, success, and respect. Buyers believe the car reflects who they are. Emotional attachment makes rational decisions nearly impossible. Financial logic is replaced by the need to preserve self-image. When someone resists overspending on a car, they feel like they're losing status or failing personally. Understanding this manipulation is key to breaking the cycle, recognizing that cars are tools, not symbols of worth. Many people underestimate insurance costs for expensive vehicles. A $60,000 truck often requires $200, $300 per month in comprehensive and collision coverage. For families with multiple vehicles, monthly insurance can easily surpass $500. These hidden costs add thousands per year, eroding budgets silently. Buyers focus on the visible loan payment but neglect recurring insurance, fueling stress and financial strain. Over years, insurance payments compound alongside depreciation and maintenance, further deepening the wealth gap created by large vehicle expenses. Modern trucks and SUVs are complex machines. Repairs can be staggering: brake jobs $1,000, transmission $5,000 and more, major engine work $10,000 and more. Many buyers lack emergency funds and rely on credit cards or loans for repairs, creating cycles of debt. A truck intended as a tool becomes a financial trap. Regular maintenance alone consumes money that could otherwise grow in savings or investments. The combination of high payments, insurance, and unpredictable repairs turns ownership into a continuous financial juggling act. Large vehicles consume significant fuel. 15-20 mpg is common for trucks and SUVs. At fluctuating gas prices, monthly fuel expenses can exceed $400 even for daily commutes. Add road trips and weekend adventures, and this number grows. Buyers stretch budgets to accommodate gas, often sacrificing other lifestyle elements. High fuel costs further demonstrate how vehicles can silently drain finances. When combined with loan payments, insurance, and maintenance, driving an expensive truck can rival or exceed rent, yet many normalize this as just transportation. Consider a $55,000 truck with a 7-year loan at 6% interest. Payments, $800 monthly. Insurance, $250 monthly. Fuel, $350 monthly. Repairs, $15,000 over 7 years. Total cost, $130,000 for a truck worth $15,000 after 7 years. This total ownership calculation reveals the harsh truth: vehicles often destroy wealth rather than building it. Most buyers ignore these numbers, focusing on monthly affordability instead. Understanding total cost is critical to financial health, exposing how loans, maintenance, and hidden costs amplify long-term losses. The $130,000 spent on a truck could have been invested. $800 monthly for 7 years in an index fund at 8% yields over $70,000. The comparison highlights opportunity cost. Money tied to depreciating assets cannot compound, while investments grow exponentially. The first $20,000 invested in wealth-building instruments multiplies over time, unlike money sunk into cars. This is the financial leverage most buyers overlook. Short-term satisfaction from luxury vehicles can delay or prevent true wealth accumulation, a subtle but powerful lesson in financial discipline. Many buyers develop emotional attachment to their vehicles, defending payments passionately. This automotive Stockholm syndrome means rational financial analysis is clouded by identity attachment. Suggestions to downsize or buy used are perceived as personal attacks. Emotional bonding with a truck or SUV reinforces overspending and acceptance of negative equity. Recognizing this psychological trap is critical. Detaching identity from possessions allows better financial choices. Cars are tools, not symbols of self-worth or success, a mindset that protects long-term financial freedom. Dealers understand human psychology. They emphasize monthly payments, status, and immediate gratification while obscuring total costs. They offer extended terms, warranties, and promotions to manipulate perception. Buyers focus on present convenience, ignoring long-term consequences. This sophisticated behavioral design keeps buyers trapped in cycles of debt and overspending. Awareness of these tactics is essential. Understanding that marketing targets emotions allows consumers to reclaim control over spending, reject manipulative offers, and plan purchases based on logic rather than impulse or social pressure. The reality is clear: extreme car payments are rarely sustainable. The combination of extended loans, insurance, maintenance, fuel, and emotional attachment creates financial strain that erodes wealth over time. Vehicles should serve as efficient tools for mobility, not status symbols dictating lifestyle choices. Understanding the full cost of ownership, emotional manipulation, and opportunity costs empowers buyers to make rational decisions. Protecting finances requires discipline, awareness, and prioritizing long-term wealth over short-term gratification. Smart decisions today define financial freedom tomorrow. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to learn more about personal finance, smart money habits, and avoiding financial traps.